Hello, everyone. This is Daniel. I have not much to say about the Notre Dame other than it's God's way of saying I have something to tell you. Since this building is falling apart and there's not much to save it because of people being crazy and anyway, I think God is telling us right now that Notre Dame can be built for something else. Not going to be as popular as a destination. It's going to be more like a historical artifact, and it's going to be good, but we will rise from that. I know we will, because honestly, from tears and ashes, that's what the Catholic people say, they'll rise up into a different state. And, as ashes go, there's tears and ashes that are in the Jewish and the Catholic way. And basically, Notre Dame is not different because it burned down. Well, honestly, I think it has something to do with just, it's too much of a issue as a public figure than just being a church that is pure. I know it's very offensive for me to say that, but we all have to know that even though Notre Dame is pretty much fallen down and is going to be rebuilt, I mean, let me tell you something. Jesus will burn this world apart. This world will be no longer. Because let me tell you more things. Let me tell you more. Nothing in this world matters. I'm sorry to say. Only Jesus and the kingdom of heaven matters. And the people on earth matter. I know it's really sad for Notre Dame to burn down. I think it's time for a new chapter. Because Notre Dame is somewhat of a historical icon now. We have to move on. Since Notre Dame is burned down, why don't we build something else that is more of a French building? I know what they look like, but design something that is well worth it. I mean, there'll be people crying for peace, that you know. Since this is some sort of sign that Notre Dame has, fallen and it's on fire and all that, there's sure to be something new about it. There have been so many church fires in the last a decade that it has never been able to be counted. Church fires that are in the first world country and churches are non-persecuted because some have been struck by lightning, some have been caught by fire by wires. And this one is probably no different other than people burning it down. I don't know why it would be burned down by people, but there might be some sick mind out there that would do that. Whatever's going on, there's something very deep going on in this world. I'm not going to say what's really going on, but I think there's something to do with, I don't know, it's like, I don't know if this is true or not. I just don't want you to listen to that part, but I think it has something to do with Babylon, and that Rome is part of Babylon. I mean, Israel could be part of Babylon, America could be part of Babylon, but I think this is the spirit of Babylon that, confuses people. And spirit goes from being lewd to being a false teacher. That's all I can say, And I think Europe is part of Babylon. I think Israel is part of Babylon. And the southern part of it's Jerusalem. And America is part of Babylon. I think even Africa is part of Babylon. And Australia is part of Babylon. But still, let's just say, Notre Dame was a beautiful building. But I think, in my opinion, that it was more of an old-fashioned building. It was more, how do I say it? More in the line of problems with the Antichrist. Antichrist would do anything to get rid of the buildings. And I think we're having a rising up of Antichrists in this world. The Antichrists are, people that are possessed with an Antichrist spirit. I used to have it. It was not good. And the Antichrist, spirit's goal is to get rid of the churches as much as he can. That includes Notre Dame. That includes the true Church of God and all that stuff. I think the Antichrist goal is also to be the corrupter of churches, which I think is doing to my church in Lunenburg. And there's also another type of Antichrist, which is, it's just to get rid of the truth in the churches. And I think that, church is burnt down because it's sad and all that. No, you will be hearing conspiracy theories through this one. And they're going to be mocking the children of God, saying, Christianity has fallen or something like that. I don't know. Something crazy like that. There will be conspiracy theories off of that. In fact, I said it's like Babylon. I don't know where it is. I don't know if it's part of Babylon, but I don't know. It's stuck in people's mind, and song says, "From the ashes we will rise." And let me go into further detail. I think, like Notre Dame, God gave that an example for the earth. People will mourn for the earth because it will be a beautiful place to go to, and it will be gone. But it will be much better in heaven. It will be much more beautiful, much more amazing in heaven than on earth, because heaven will be a much more glorious place, and Jesus will be the one that is the ruler of it. And when Jesus rules the earth, rules heaven. What I mean by that is the new earth, not the real earth. But when Jesus rules all, and we see him face to face, I think that we will have the most. He's the one that we must go to and really communicate with. On earth, we must really truly communicate with Jesus. Jesus is the only one that we must really know better than everyone else. He's truly the one that we have to know better than everyone else, because he connects to us, and he connects to us, and we connect to him, like we're number one, and like he's the groom and we're the bride. And how the groom and bride goes. It's like we connect with each other better than everyone else. That's the same with Jesus and his bride, and we are his bride. So remember, Notre Dame was just an object. It was just an object. Notre Dame was a building, a holy place, a beautiful place, but it was just an object of worship. I think God's trying to get rid of that object of worship, not for the building, because people were worshiping the building. That's what we finally had to do, because people were worshiping the building, not God. So we had to get rid of the building and make it a much better place, more efficient place for people to worship God. Because France was getting over 1 million people per year from the building, from a church. That's not what God is all about. I don't know if you remember this, but in one of the I think it was near the beginning and end of some of the books, some of the Gospels, some of the 4 Gospels, Jesus tore down some of the strongholds of people that were. The people were selling goats, any animal that was given, and exchanging of gold and all the other objects of selling, and jewels and precious objects, and they became their idols, and no one was able to do miraculous work over that beautiful over that type of work that he was trying to do. There was no miracle going on, so he ended up basically throwing over all the tables and all the stuff that was in the tables, and he got a whip one time in the beginning time. He got a whip and got people out with a whip. And obviously, he was frustrated with these people because he just had to do the miraculous work for these people because they were broken people in that church that didn't know that didn't know what to do. So, and the second time he did that was right at the end. Basically, after they called him king and Hosanna, after he got the people out of the building, and then he did more miraculous work on the people. After he destroyed some of the items to sell, birds, goats, and other and the other precious jewels and precious objects. He destroyed them, turned over tables. I think Notre Dame is the same way because people are basically idolizing the building, not God. So please remember that. Next time you see a famous church, maybe you should know maybe that church is not really truly Christ's. In a way, just saying that, well, he's a little unhappy about it. He's just trying to get people to believe in him, not the building. So just remember that. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. So, just remember. This is the building of God. This is where we worship God, not the building. Remember that, and you will be keeping the building. If you don't remember that, something's going to happen in the building that you didn't wish it would happen. All right, I'll be done now, okay? Bye.